Hi, Shakti. That's so. I'm waiting for another person who wanted to join this. So that's why I'm. So, how has your day been? Hi, Dinesh. How are you doing? Emojis. I know a long time. Nice. Cool. I'm waiting for someone else, but that's okay. Let's see. She can always go back. All right. So, what do you understand by clearing? What's this clearing mean to you? What does it mean to you all? Hi, Swati. I didn't expect you though. So, what does clearing really mean to you? Hi, Asha. Okay, I'm gonna wait for some more minutes because I'm waiting for yet another person. But in the meanwhile, what does clearing mean to you all? Okay, you guys are not going to tell me, is it? Okay, let me start. Clearing the energy block, if any. Yep, yep, yep. Awesome. So, clearing means clearing anything, any block that is in the way of us wanting something, anything that we desire, or clearing something that is in the way of our peace, contentment, anything. Like it could be any damn thing, right? How do you clear, and what does it mean when you clear? How would you know when you have cleared everything in your life? You'll actually, everything will be very free flowing, and everything will be very easy. There won't be any, nothing would come in the way of you and your whatever you desire, right? So, so basically, clearing is in simple words accepting what is. So that's the most. I wake up every day to your WhatsApp tarot, and it so resembles with me. Thanks for doing this promptly and preparing for the day. Right, lots of love. Thank you, Indu. That's so thoughtful of you. All right. So we're doing clearing today. So clearing, when you do it as a process, um, you feel extremely light, and you'll also sense a lot of acceptance. So basically, what clearing means is when you'll come into consensus with the life as it is, and there'll be a lot of acceptance and grace in whatever you want to let go. So that's the most important thing about clearing. Now, how would clearing manifest in your physical life? Sure, emotionally. So, clearing can be done emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. So, physically is at a 3D level, which is at a physicality of our life. How will it manifest in your physical life? Tell me. Anybody? How will it manifest in your physical life? Yeah, energy levels, low energy levels if it's not. But if you have cleared, um, I want to ask this question. How many of you have a wardrobe which has clothes that you have not worn probably in 2 years, say year or two? Anybody? I do. Only Shakti does. What about others? Anybody? Same. What was that? 5 years. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Yeah. So that is a complete confirmation that you all need clearing, right? So yeah, a lot of see. So there is. Do you all understand? I don't know if you all know astrology, but Saturn is a planet. All right. I'm sure you know astronomy. So Saturn is a planet, and this particular planet, how it affects we human beings is. It's a very simple planet. A lot of us get scared of it, but it's a very simple, very down to earth, and a plain, maybe tough love, yeah, sure, but it's a very plain, simple planet. So you are inviting Saturn when you don't have structure, when you don't have um, paves way for new opportunities. Yeah, Rohit, hi, how are you doing? Favorite jacket or party sari? Yeah, I'll come to that. I'll come to all of that. Okay, I'll come to this mental thing later. Just to get an understanding of this physicality. If you have clothes more than which you've not worn, which if you have clothes that you've not worn for like an hour, a year or two, and you still have it in the wardrobe, it means you are stuck energy. All right. And not a simple planet, it's with rings and all. Yeah, 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 of course. But the Saturn per se, Shani Bhagavan De, as they say, is a very simple, very straightforward person. No bandas, no flares. It's just simple, plain. If you have structure, if you have discipline, and if you have a schedule in place, and if you follow it strictly, he is your friend. All right. And if you bow to growth, then he is your friend. Now, if you bowing to growth means what? It means you need to let go. All right. So, say for instance, in your wardrobe is full, and you want to buy more clothes. Where will you even keep the clothes if you don't have space? It's as simple as that. All right. But here is the thing: if your wardrobe, same problem, I know. So the if you okay, how many of you have clothes in your house? Need not be your wardrobe, but in your house, if one of your loved one has passed away, all right, and anybody have those clothes, or if you separated from someone and if their clothes are there, do you anybody has clothes in the house which belong to a person who doesn't live in your house? Anybody? Oh, nice, Rohit. Good, good. So, so anybody who has, no, okay, that's good. So that's even worse if you do have. But if you have clothes that you're not using, what happens is there is decayed, stuck energy in the house, all right, in your wardrobe, which is very, very it just blocks the energy. So everything is energy, right? As we all know, be it your wardrobe, be it your drawer, be it your any cupboard, or even in your house, there are stuff that you do not use, or it's of no use, but you just keep it because you're hoarding it because you can't. You have some sentimental value, or you feel back in those days, like say for instance, people who are married. See, you have this blazer that you wore for your marriage or reception, or you wore your wedding sari and you do not use it. But you have it because it gives you fond memories, right? You know, it's but natural to have something that is very fond. It has sentimental value. How many of us have that? If you have not worn it for a year or two and you still have it, it is good to even get rid of that, is what they say. All right. Now, let me share a little story. There was this saint, and this disciple one day approaches the saint and says, "Listen, I am actually meditating every single day, but then I'm unable to I'm unable to actually focus. I'm not able to move on. I'm not able to really grow. What's the deal? I'm not able to focus when I meditate." So the saint said, "You what do you have in your wardrobe?" He asked a simple question. And the disciple was like alarmed. What the hell is he asking about my wardrobe? Like what is the relativity, right? So he said, just a few clothes and a couple of them that belongs to my great grandfather, who is very dear to me, says him. So the saint says, so there you have the answer. You just stuck in the past, right? Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. You're saying yes for all the okay clothes. So the saying says, so here you have the answer. You just stuck in that energy of your grandfather and you've not moved on. So you cannot move on when you are stuck in this particular energy here, irrespective of whether it is good or bad. See, if it's negative energy, it's obvious, we all understand. But even if it's positive energy, and if you've not won, and if you feel, yeah, what else to do? It's there because it reminds me of my marriage or my fond memories, or somebody gifted you, some loved one gifted you, but you're not wearing it. It's time to just bless those clothes and give it off to someone who may use it. Just get rid of that from your wardrobe. Simple as that. Now, this is such an important thing. How many of us would ever think that clothes that have sentimental value, that brings back good memories, can also be stuck energy? Now, stuck energy need not be. It's not about good or bad. It's energy, and that energy is stuck. Simple. It keeps you stuck there. It's not allowing you to grow from where you were before. So, just this was just a little like a confirmation or for you to understand whether you are really stuck. If you have something like this happening in your wardrobe, if this is the scene, clear cut, it's a clear uh, guidance or message that you need to clear. All right, are we all on the same page so far? What about we get some clothes we bought at one particular time and don't feel like wearing it? Of course, if you can't wear it, it was back then, right? So you think, oh, maybe I will lose weight and I'll fit into it someday. Or you might be like, oh, I still like that. Sure, it's not trending, but I still like it. Maybe I'll wear it, 5 years later. It's still stuck energy, right? You're not using it, you're not wearing it. So where's the question of it flow? Energy that doesn't flow, that doesn't move, is stuck. So at least for the sake of it, just take it, wear it, even if it means wearing at home. Just wear it. You need to use it. If it doesn't move, it's stuck. It is not just with clothes, it's also with money, it's also with books, anything that doesn't move and it's there stagnant is stuck energy, and it will show in your life you can bet it will show in your life for sure. All right, now we're coming to this is just for all of us to understand where the stuck in energy gets manifested on a physicality, on the 3D level, just an indication for us to understand ourselves, right? Now we come to the very important, we're trying to remove the stuck energy, we're trying to clear off in our mental and emotional space. That's the whole idea, but this is very important for us to understand. When does really, um, what is the key to removing a block? Anytime there is a block, where is this block coming? The block either comes from holding on to someone who has moved on, probably, but we are holding on to that person. All right, the block could be because someone said something and you still resent. See, it could be a lot of emotions like sadness, shame, guilt, resentment, anger. The emotions continue. All of these emotions are stuck energy. As long as you don't flow away from these emotions that keep you stuck, you are stuck. Simple as that. The first step to clearing process is to accept that you are feeling this. That's the very first step. The first step to clearing the process is acceptance of these emotions. Okay, I am feeling sad, I am feeling angry, I do resent what my partner did, whatever be the case, I do resent what my parents did. So that's the first step. You need to accept that you have these emotions. The second step is, the moment you accept that you have these emotions, you are looking at them. What I mean by that is, if you observe anytime something is happening and you look at it, It will be perfect. If there is any mistake, you will actually correct it then and there, which means everything goes on precisely the way you want it or you want it. But if you move away and if you're not looking at it, there are high chances that it might go wrong. It might not go the way you wanted it or you would want it, right? So the moment you accept the emotions and you observe the emotion, okay, I am feeling sad, and observe the sadness in your body, they stop playing with your mind. The moment you accept, and the very important step after that, so accepting and observing the thoughts is the first step. And the very important step next is to feel the emotion fully in your body as much as you can. If you're sad, feel it fully. Like we've done emotional journaling. I don't think we should do it today. We've already done it. You can go refer, but you need to feel that emotion fully and then release it. Now, how will you know that you have done the process properly? You will know that you've done the process properly when your body feels light and you feel relaxed. You'll feel relaxed, and you'll feel a sense of relief. That's when you know you have completed that process. This is an indication just for you all to know. All right. Um, okay, so that's very important. And when you start doing that, say for instance, you are sad because, okay, I'm going to give a list of, I'm going to make some statements which are all negative. All right. So don't kill me for this. But I'm going to say, just for you all to get an idea, I would like you all to now think of an emotion in you, or think of that which has moved on, but you haven't moved on from it, or some emotion that makes you feel stuck, or some situation, or some person whom you're stuck with. All right. So, for you all to get an idea, I'm going to read a few statements that I have here. So, to check if you can, if any of these resonate, or if it helps you bring up any particular incident, or a emotion inside of you which you think you need to process. It's stuck and you haven't processed. All right. Okay. I'm not okay. There is something wrong with me. I have done bad things in life. That's why I deserve all of these. um, People are very bad. They're very selfish. They're stupid. They're not trustworthy. They don't mean well for us. They only think about themselves. You know, Array, this so much money is not sufficient. I want more money. I want. Array, I wish my partner was much better. He doesn't know how to, or he or she doesn't know how to show love to me. I shower so much love, but it's not being reciprocated, as much as I would expect or as much as I give. Hmm? Life is very painful. I do a lot of hard work, yet I do not get the results that I deserve. I do not get the results which is equal to the kind of hard work that I do. Hmm? Um, Money is the root of all evil. Money is, only corrupted people have money. I don't seem to have control over anything. I seem very helpless and powerless. Um, People don't understand me. I always feel very lonely. People don't seem understand who I am. They always are. They only take from me and they don't give back. These are some of the statements. As much as they're very depressing to hear, I'm sorry about that, but I'm just read them out just so to understand if any of these resonate, to help you understand if there is a trigger, if there is anything that you want to address. I'll give you a few moments. I want you to just let that sink in and help me understand if there is anything that you want to work with now. Okay. Have you all honed in on any? Okay, the reason why we are doing this exercise is when we read these sentences and when you find a sentence, when one sentence, one particular whatever emotion resonates, now you start understanding. Say, for instance, I feel sad that this person did this to me. All right. So, if you boil down to, if you keep asking these questions, what if the person did this? What then? You'll probably say, no, I feel sad. What if you feel sad? What if the person, uh, did not do this? I feel lonely. What if you feel lonely? Okay, I feel sad. Okay, what if you feel sad? When you keep digging in, what if is the question you ask yourself, you will boil down to one last one. Everybody, all of us will, it'll come down to just one thing: loving and accepting myself. Loving and accepting self, that's the only thing that we all fail to do. Only when we stop loving and accepting ourselves, then the universe is mirroring, all the people around us are mirroring what we feel within. So when we don't accept ourselves, when we don't love ourselves, when we are not compassionate to ourselves, then the entire universe mirrors that to us. That is the fact. All right, it's very difficult to digest, but that's the truth. All right, so we are going to arrive at that. We're going to do a little exercise which will help you understand this. All right, um, and then when you see clearly that you are the one who is not loving and accepting yourself for who you are, then there is a sense of acceptance of the emotion that is behind it. All right, the root cause is loving and accepting, then the emotion is accepted because you understand the truth now. And when that happens, then you start seeing clearly the things that as it is. You're like, okay, this person doesn't love me, or has rejected me, whatever, because I'm not there for myself. All right, so that's the truth. So why am I not there for myself? Because I don't love and accept myself. So how will it show? These things will show in ways of addictions. Even work, or being, binge eating, being a workaholic. It could show in many ways. All right. So, and when it boils down to these, okay, I'm not loving and accepting myself, or whatever be it, then you realize this is my constricting thought. This is my constricting belief, and then you start working on it. You start accepting, you start doing mirror exercises, you start doing emotional journaling, and so on and so forth. But the most important thing is you sit and feel the emotion fully and release it. All right, cool. So have you all honed in on any particular emotion? Are we ready to go, or shall we do an exercise? Or are you still thinking what is it that I want to work with, or is it too heavy for you to do, or amidst work, not the right time? What is it that you want? I'll wait. Okay. Another very important thing, while you are typing, where is this thought coming from? This thought is coming from the fact that you feel, oh, everybody around is like this. So this is how life is. That's where the thought came from, or your parents put that into your system. But here is the thing: the moment we are part of the world, right? We are part of that change. The moment we change the way we think, everybody around us actually start changing because they're mirroring our emotions. So that's another very important. Same thing, but in a different perspective. All right. All right. So, shall we do a little exercise? Are we all ready? Where is my exercise? Yeah. Have you all decided on what is it that you want to work on? Okay, for people who can't do it's a work day, I get it. I'm going to go ahead so that you can refer back later. So, whatever be the thing, start jotting down. So, there will be a lot of things probably. So, start jotting it down. Stuck is creative and stuck in creative and entrepreneur work. Yes, I think so. Okay, stuck in creative. So Sejal, start writing. Okay, I am stuck in my creativity is stuck. So, what if I'm stuck? Figure out, okay, so you want to know why are you stuck. So what's the deal here? Stuck in creative and entrepreneur work. Now I would like you to ask, what if I prosper? Ask yourself this question. What if I prosper? What if I'm creative and successful in my work? Ask that question because you're stuck in creativity. This is not an emotion. You still do not know the emotion. So figure out why. So what if I succeed? What if I am creative, very creative? What will happen to me? How would you feel? Ask those questions. Then you'll come down to, okay, I'll feel this, whatever that emotion, and jot it down now. Like write it down and see if it's positive or negative in the first place. So let me know if you want to, want me to just, give a hand. Say if you're creatively successful, how would that make you feel? What if you're creative and successful and all? Just let me know what came up, and then I will guide you because I need to know if it's positive or negative to guide you through. I think we can do a family consultation on this. It will be very helpful, but I can't guarantee 1 hour. If it would get over in an hour, so that's why I'm a little skeptical. We'll do it another day. I will let you know because that stuck thing we can all do. Anybody, all of us can do it in one session as a group and online. All right. Um, so I would like you to now start this exercise. We have a few people stuck in creativity. Um, okay, that's the only thing I have here. Stuck in creativity. All right. So, whatever it is, say I am stuck in creativity. Write that statement. Whatever is the statement that's negative, like I am stuck, creatively stuck. I am feel sad, or I overthink. I have a huge issue with self belief. Whatever, all those negative, whatever you feel about you, which is negative, go ahead and write it down. Jot them all down. Anything. I'm afraid to do this. If I'm very creative, I feel very, yeah, I'll feel energetic and euphoric. Excellent. When you feel energetic and euphoric, how would that make you feel? What would being energetic and euphoric make you feel? Write down. What would feeling energetic and euphoric make you feel? Would it make you feel happy? Would it make you have too much fun? What's the deal? How would you feel? So in general, write down all that, in general, just write down all that you want. I wish to, but I'm not getting. I want all of this, but I cannot because da, 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 da. Make a list of all of them, as many as you can. In general, don't take um, any specific situation or person yet. Like for instance, Sejal, you feel I'll feel energetic and euphoric. Okay, when you feel energetic and euphoric, how would that feel? I would have a lot of fun. So why would you not want to have fun? Why would you not want to feel energetic and euphoric? Why would you not want to be creative? Stuff like that. What then you'll get down to probably somebody said something to you. A lot of self belief coming back to me. Excellent, yeah. That things are out, things are in my control. I didn't understand. So a lot of self-belief issues that are coming up, which you think you can help it, you can control, right? That's fabulous. So write down what are your self-belief issues. So da da da, make a list in general. Don't take anything. Okay, you've already taken specific. That's okay. Go ahead and write down all of them. Fatafat. Write down all of them. We'll take one particular situation and start right away in a bit. Have you made a list? All right. Once you're done with that, now take one particular, now next, the same exercise, but take just one particular thought. Like for instance, Sejal has mentioned, I will feel energetic and euphoric. So I'm stuck creative and in my creativity and entrepreneur work, right? I'm unable to be as creative or as energetic and euphoric as before. Say that's what it is. Okay, now write it down and write all the negative. Why am I not able to? So write down what happened. What is the reason I'm not able to? Just sit with that. Sit with it. Just stillness. Sit with that particular thought and write down all that's coming up. All the emotions, all the reasons. It could be a relationship, it could be business, it could be a thing, a situation, anything. Just jot down all of them. Make a list of all of them now. But you should write down whatever you believe in. You don't want to write something that you don't believe in. No. You really feel this is what you're feeling, right? And when you start writing these, you will actually kind of sense a, a particular way in which you capped your own limits, in which you feel the world has capped your limits. It's your belief, by the way. I realize my family is coming in the way of my creativity. Their rejection maybe fears me. Okay. Okay. So what if, okay, now it's a beautiful, good Sejal. What if your family rejects you? Next question. Okay. I realize my family is coming in the way of my creativity. The rejection maybe fears me. What, 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 what if I get rejected by my family? How would that make you feel? You've already written fear, but Ask yourself this question and see what is the emotion that comes up. What if my family rejects me? I don't want to think for you, so I'm sitting back. And you may share. If you don't share, that's fine. What if you feel rejected? Write down the emotion. You might feel sad, scared, lonely, a lot of things. But write down what is it that you feel. So it's Sejal is on the right track. So you just pick up one and you start writing down. So what if they reject me? What if this happens? What if that happens? Just connect. Say for instance, what if my family rejects me? Okay, what if my family rejects me? I'll feel lonely. What if I feel lonely? Ask this question. I'll feel very scared. Okay, what if you feel scared? Then you might be like, oh, I'm feeling very sad. Okay, what if you feel sad? What if complete abandonment? Yep. So if you feel completely abandoned, how would that make you feel? Lost and lonely. If you feel lost and lonely, how would that make you feel, Sejal? Scared like a little kid. If you're so scared, how would that make you feel when you're so scared like a kid? Go back in time and space and go to that moment when you felt so scared as a kid. How old were you? I need to see you, so I don't want to do this online, but I would like to see you. So go back to that moment and go through those incidents, all right? Keep writing down, all right? You need to have your pen and paper. Because I can't see you, you need to have the grounding yourself, right, Sejal? So I would like you to take a pen and paper and write. Keep writing. When you write, you'll feel the fear. Feel it fully in your body. Feel the fear fully in your body. It'll create a lot of sadness, and feel the sadness fully in your body. Let every cell of your body feel that fear and sadness, and then when you felt it fully, release it through your mouth. Breathe out through your mouth. It'll give you a sense of relief, and that's what we are looking at now. Yes, very sad. I know it's very sad. So feel the sadness fully in your body. Imagine your own parents when you're a little kid abandon you. You're going to feel very sad, obviously. Feel the sadness fully in your body. Unloved. Exactly. You feel unloved, right? So, what if what if you feel unloved? So your parents don't love you, but do you have yourself to love you? Do you love yourself? When you're by yourself, you're feeling lonely, you're feeling unloved, right? Take that little kid, Sejal, however old that kid is. You sit scared as a little kid. Take that kid, take a cushion or something by your side, which whatever is by your side, hold it, cushion or something, and hold it and say, I love you, Sejal. I love you so much. Talk to her. So sorry that you were abandoned. You felt abandoned. You felt so rejected. I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you because I knew no better back then. But today I am an adult and I'm there for you. And I will always be there by your side. And I love you unconditionally. I love you for who you are. Say that to that little tiny Sejal. and keep cajoling her, keep giving her the reassurance that you are there, you're going to love her unconditionally, and tell me how she feels. For the rest of you, it's the similar, it's the same thing. Only thing is, Sejal is sharing and I'm just assisting her. You have been a part of emotional journaling. Just practice emotional journaling now. That's all it is to it. Yes, awesome. Okay, now Sejal, all that you have to do is keep doing this. All right, and keep cajoling her, keep pampering her. If you will need a lot of sessions if it's very intense, so keep doing emotional journaling for a while. And after a point, if you feel, array, this is not helping, I need, a little bit more of a push, then there could be something behind. We can do an FC and a regression if required in the FC. All right. But otherwise, just emotional journaling alone can take you places. Just release all of these, and then there'll come a time where you will be like, okay, you know what, after all the release, you'll be like, you know what, I'm done with this, let me get going. So then you will find your resource and you will move on. So that's what clearing is all about in terms of a cognitive way to deal with clearing. Is this is a cognitive way, not the energetic way. This is a very cognitive way, so you can do it all by yourself without any help. When you're by yourself, you have a trigger or something, you can do this by yourself without any help, external help whatsoever. So that's the whole idea, just to help you all know how to handle life, when you have, when a curveball is thrown at you, you can get yourself until you get an appointment or whatever, right? So you don't want to sit and feel helpless. So this is exactly what it is. Sejal, I'm hoping you're processing this and you've got a hang of it. Any questions? So this is one of the main way to do clearing, and then you can do emotional journaling. Um, I would also like to do one little tiny exercise now. If you have a clearing process, say for instance there is a person, it's actually cutting cords, not really clearing. Okay, Sejal. Yes, I feel a lot of sadness which freezes me. All right. So go ahead and I need to write more. Yeah, yeah, you will have to write a lot. See, freezing is a word, sadness which freezes me. That's very intense. When would you freeze? You'll freeze when you're overwhelmed. You can't feel it. Because if you feel it, there is so much pain. You're unable to go through that pain, so you freeze. It's the body's way of protecting you. So which means you will need a lot of these journaling sessions to get that's very at the core to come out. It will take some time. Be patient with you yourself. You just the little Sejal needs you. So stay with her. Do a lot of these journaling sessions and you will get there, but it will take some time. Okay, if it's too overwhelming, then I would suggest a regression or an FC for sure. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you need to write more. Cool. All right, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? All right. So okay, if you have any questions, you can always ping me later. I hope this helped. This is a very simple process to understand why we need to clear, when do we need to clear. Okay, let me capsule all of it. Any given point in time when we've had a break in a relationship, when we are done with a certain segment of our life, or we've entered a new life but we've not let go of the old one, then we know we need some clearing. When do we know we need clearing? when we are not moving forward. How would we know we are not moving forward? When an opportunity comes to you very close and then it doesn't click, or it doesn't materialize, or you have financial blocks, you have blocks in terms of your relationships, nothing seems to work, then that's when you know you're most welcome, Sejal. That's when you know that you need clearing. On the physical level, how would you know? You look into your wardrobe, your cupboard, or your table, anything, then you know that if you've had stuff that's like a mess, you hoarding things in your house, or your wardrobe has clothes that are more than a year or two which you've never worn, then you know you have to clear. So a physical manifestation will be in that sense, a wardrobe or a table, drawer, and cupboards and stuff like that. In the mental and emotional level, first things first, we need to accept that we are feeling this emotion, we are going through this, and then clearly observe that emotion. All right. So once that is done, uh, sit with that emotion. You're bringing that area of consciousness. All right. You're getting that. You're going into that area of consciousness, and you are looking at what is this belief system that's keeping me stuck here, right? So when we write down the emotion and all of that, there comes a belief system. Okay, I am like this, that's why this is happening. Or I am not good enough, or they reject me and that's why I am this. So what is it in me that's creating this? So it will come boil down to that emotion, that belief. And that belief is what you is keeping you stuck. So that's the truth. Now, with that belief system, you say, okay, what if that person is this? What if I believe that, say, if I believe this person is rejected me? What if that person rejected me? Then it boils down to one emotion. Then you figure out where is that emotion taking me. So there will be one particular, at one point in time, you'll figure out that the whole thing has come up only because I am not loving. I'm not being loving and compassionate towards myself. And that is where the whole root cause is. You'll figure that out. And once you figure that out, you go back to your inner child or some incident that has happened and you process. How do you process? You feel the emotion fully and release it through your mouth. So this is how you do. And when you do that, how do you know you've processed enough, or at that point in time you can wrap up? How would you know that? When your body feels very relaxed and you'll feel a sense of relief. That's when you know you physically completed that clearing process at that point in time. All right. So, and you can do many sessions of these as and when you need. So, this is how I hope this was helpful. This is how you go about it. Any questions? All right. I hope this was useful. You can ping me at it. If you have any questions, we can take it from there, or I can do another session next week to cover that, and so on and so forth. All right. Wish you all the best. Thank you for being here, taking time off from your busy schedule. Thank you so much. Bye bye.